Are you tired of having to show up on social media all the time, dancing and pointing to things on screen? I feel like we are using so much of our time and energy into this type of content, all in hopes of it going viral. But if there was a way for you to get more eyes on your products and generate more sales without all of the dancing and extra content creation, would you be a little bit interested? If you're anything like me, then the answer is yes, which is why today we are diving into all things promoted pins or Pinterest ads. Hey there, I'm Erica, Pinterest marketing strategist, helping business owners make Pinterest marketing easy with simple strategies to get results. Now, I want you to give me a thumbs up down below if you are spending hours creating content, dancing on videos, and going live just to get eyes on your products or your services. And all for a post that has a lifespan of about 48 hours, 72 if we're lucky. I'm gonna get real here for a minute. Creating content for my business is one of my least favorite tasks to do ever. I choose to be on Instagram because I do believe it has a way of growing visibility for my business. But if I'm being honest, it is not where my sales are coming from. It's growing my visibility, but not necessarily my bottom line. And that's why Pinterest has always stood out to me. Just like here on YouTube, your content on Pinterest is evergreen. What you save there remains searchable, and engagement only grows and compounds over time. The same applies with Pinterest ads. When you are running ads on Pinterest, not only are your ads being seen by your audience, but did you know that the content or products that you have saved organically are being seen more as well? It's true, and here's why that happens and why it is unique to Pinterest. When you run ads on Pinterest, people are seeing your product pin more frequently. They are clicking on it, they're engaging with it, they're saving it. And because of this, because people are engaging and clicking and saving more frequently, they're telling Pinterest, hey, I like this content. I like this product. And Pinterest begins to show them more of what they like. Thus, your organic content and your organic numbers are going to grow as well. And this is not something that happens with Facebook ads. This is something that is completely unique to Pinterest because Pinterest is a search and discovery platform. Okay, now that we know why Pinterest is literally the bee's knees when it comes to digital ads in the online marketing space, let's dive into how you can get started. If you're considering running Pinterest ads, the first thing that you need to do is to install the Pinterest tag on your website. Now, the Pinterest tag, similar to the Facebook pixel, allows your website and Pinterest to talk to each other. If you want to run a conversion campaign with a goal of more sales in the future, you have to have the Pinterest tag installed on your website. Now, there are a few ways that you can install the Pinterest tag on your website. The first is to add the base code, which you can find in the ads drop-down menu on Pinterest. You add that base code to the head section of your website, kind of the back end of your website. Here's a sneak peek of where you can find that base code. Okay, if you're just getting started with Pinterest ads, I wanted to show you where you can find your base code and get that installed so you can start tracking everything that's happening on your website from your Pinterest ads. So if you go to the ads drop-down menu and you select conversions, you will land on this screen, but it's gonna look a little different because I have already set up my Pinterest tag. But once you land on this page, if you have not set up your Pinterest tag, then you will see instructions for creating your base code. Now, I know it might be confusing because we're not looking at the same thing, but I did just want to show you how you can get there, how you can click the ads drop down, go to conversions, and get started with your Pinterest base code and your Pinterest tag. Now, another way you can do this is to use Google Tag Manager. Now, if you're already using Google Tag Manager for other pixels or tracking codes, this would be the way to go. Lastly, if you're a product-based business and you use a Shopify website, you can literally install the Pinterest app and connect all of the coding on the back end with a click of a button. If you want to learn more about installing the Pinterest tag on your website, I've included a link to all of the how-tos in the description below. Okay, once you have the Pinterest tag installed on your website, it's working, it's firing, it's tracking all of the things, then you want to create some custom audiences. These are audiences you can use to target later, create act-alike audiences from, or you can even use them to exclude certain audiences in your campaign. I always start by creating an audience for my clients' email list. Now, this is a downloadable list from their email platform in a CSV format that you can upload to Pinterest. Now, what Pinterest does is it takes that list and it matches them up with people who are already on the platform, and it essentially creates a warm audience for you. After you have the email list audience created, maybe this was a list of buyers, you can create an act-alike audience, or an audience who behaves similarly to those people who are already on your email list. Essentially, if your email list was a list of buyers, your act-alike audience could be a cold audience who is more likely to purchase from you because they behave similarly to those people who are on your buyers list. Now, I love creating new audiences inside Pinterest because you can get so creative with who you're targeting. Inside my mini course, Pinterest Ads in a Day, I go deep into audience creation, like how to create one step by step, the different audience type options that you have, which ones you should start with, and more. If you're really ready to DIY your Pinterest ads and learn even more about audiences, campaign types, and how to launch your first campaign confidently, then I've included a link to Pinterest Ads in a Day in the description below. Next up after creating your audiences is keyword and interest research for your campaign. Now, if you've been watching my videos, you know how much I love to talk about keywords and SEO, and that is because they matter. Y'all, Pinterest is a search engine. SEO matters, and the same applies when you're running Pinterest ads. We still need to do keyword research. We still need to target interests, because this is where we can actually get even more granular with our targeting and who is going to see our ad. In addition to adding keywords to your campaign, you have the unique ability to also add interests. I go into how to find the right interest for your campaign inside Pinterest Ads in a Day, but to get started, you can go take a look inside the Pinterest Ads Creation dashboard and take a look at all of the interest options. Select the ones that most apply to your product or the pin that you're trying to promote and add those to your campaign. Next up is your pin or ad design. Now, outside of having the Pinterest tag on your website, this is arguably the most important aspect of your campaign. Because if your ad isn't generating clicks, then you can't make a sale. It all starts with that scroll stopping ad that gets them to click, go to your website, and learn more. Every ad creative should have a photo of your product, text describing what the product is, and a strong call to action like buy now, click here, or learn more. Now, I know that pin design is an area that a lot of people get stuck on. Never mind the fact that we're creating a design for an ad campaign. Now, one thing that helps me, and I do this for every single ad client that I work with, is I go on Pinterest and I search out their competition. When you type in the title of your product or your topic, what comes up? What ads do you see and what do they look like? This always helps me get a good starting point to better understand what their audience might be drawn to and then what eventually may get them to click. Okay, we've done a lot so far. We have installed the Pinterest tag on our website. We have created our custom audiences. We have done interest and keyword research for our campaign, and we have designed our perfect ad creative. The next step is to determine which type of campaign you are going to go with for your product or your service. Inside the Pinterest Ads dashboard, you have several different options when it comes to campaign type, and they all do something a little different. So let's dive into what each of them may do. So you have video and brand awareness campaigns, which are designed to build awareness for your brand. Then you have consideration campaigns, which are designed to drive traffic or clicks to your website. And lastly, you have conversion and catalog campaigns, which are meant to drive sales. Now, in a future video, I'm going to dive more into Pinterest ads strategy, and we'll cover several topics, one of them being which campaign you should start with based on your goals and the numbers that you're seeing inside of your Pinterest analytics. But for now, here are a few goals and campaign types that support those goals. If you want more traffic to your website, or you want more people to read your blog posts, or you want to build an audience and keep that cost per click really low, then you want to go with a consideration or traffic campaign. If you're looking to build an engaged audience on Pinterest and you're looking to keep the cost low, then you might want to consider a video or brand awareness campaign. Lastly, if you are looking to drive sales and drive purchases, then you would go with a conversion campaign or a catalog catalog campaign. One caveat on the catalog campaign: in order to run this campaign type, you must have a full product catalog connected to Pinterest. If you're interested in learning more about this campaign type or how to connect your catalog to Pinterest, leave me a note down in the comments below. And that's it, a simple breakdown of the Pinterest ads process if you're new to the ad space. I break all of this down step by step inside my mini course, Pinterest Ads in a Day, and even walk you through how to create and launch your first campaign, what metrics you really need to be measuring and which ones you can forget about, plus everyone's favorite, how to change your ads budget without upsetting the algorithm. If you want to learn more, check out the link down below in the description. That's it. Until next time, happy pinning.